Okay, guys, so let's move on. So now I really want to address peak performance. We can't go into it as much detail as I'd like to, but hopefully by us covering this, it will challenge your way of thinking about how you currently perform in your business or at work. A lot of my clients are either former athletes who have gone into business or the same, and they've gone into some sort of career. And, you know, if you are in sports, if you're in fitness and take it very seriously, you know that you are a league of your own. When you're in your peak physical state, you know there's a certain discipline, motivation, an unwavering sense of conviction and confidence that comes with being in that peak physical state. And one of the things that I think is really important is that's how we identify with ourselves, right? So even though we're talking about the body, we see ourselves in a different way. And so, you know, just think about a time that you've either achieved your best. So, you know, you've run a marathon or you've just been in a peak physical state. There are some things in common. And I think there are probably three areas which kind of revolve over and over again. The first one is your ability to bounce back. I think, you know, when you think about if you've been like knocked down either in sport or in fitness, you're hungrier to get back up again. Like you're actually hungrier to face another challenge very quickly. The time it takes for you to rest and recover is so much shorter. It's almost instant. And, you know, your ability to push forward is really profound. I know, you know, when I used to play football, even though I wasn't the most talented, because of my work ethic, I thought I was a badass. Like, you know, that level of confidence, that level of security, that level of, you know, owning your worthiness is really, really powerful. And then lastly, you know, it's body control. So your mind is controlling the tool, which is your body. And so you have that distance between you, right? And so I think those three areas really have a profound effect on how we see ourselves when we're in peak performance in a physical state. Now, I want you to think about how you operate your business. I want you to think about how you conduct yourself in your career. What is your current state right now? For me, this is a big thing in terms of identity then. So when we're developing leadership identity for people in business or whether it's in your career, how do you see yourself? You may be a manager, but do you see yourself as a leader? And I think those distinctions are very, very important. And so while I'm talking about state here, the state comes from this identity. So right now, you know, if you have a failure in your business, if you have a setback at work, in your career, if you have a crisis at work, it takes you a lot of time to rest, recover, and heal, and to plan your comeback. You know, it takes a lot more time to do that. It isn't as instantaneous as when you think about yourself in sport. Next, I write coward, and I write this in the most loving way. You know, it takes us more courage to show up truthfully and express ourselves. If you think about yourself in sport or in fitness, your ability to express yourself authentically and without limitation is easier. In your business, in at work, you're stuck in your mind, you're stuck in that prison of thought. And it's really hard to move past some limiting beliefs, some negative thoughts. And, you know, that's why I think it's more self-cowardice. It's you're the only person who knows deep down inside of you if you are truly showing up in your work, if you're truly showing up in your business. And then lastly is cognitive control. So, you know, in sport, there is a distance between your mind and your body, which is the tool. Now your mind is trying to navigate the tool, which is also its mind, right? So there's no distance in it. It's really, really difficult. And so, you know, when I think about peak performance for you, is thinking about if you could tap back into that level of conviction, that level of confidence, that level of control, that level of just feeling like you own it, right? In terms of that physical state of yours, how would you bring that into your business? How would you bring that into your work? What would you be like on a day-to-day basis as a business owner? What would you be like in your career? How would you show up? How would you strive to actually you know, think about challenges in a way, just you think, right, okay, what's next? Like, I'm hungry for this. And, you know, I'm sure you're probably thinking, one argument is, well, in my peak physical state, that was my body at its highest self way back when. And you're thinking, well, my glory days of that are gone. But if you think about it, all those learnings are instilled into the memory of your body. So when you're operating your business, when you're at work, there are things inside of you, inside the body, you know, that remembers what it was like to feel that level of confidence, that level of being able to bounce back so quickly, and that level of just being able to just crush it, right? And so I want you to think about this, you know, tomorrow when you're at work, tomorrow when you're, you know, in your business and you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling sluggish, feeling tired, and just think, okay, how can I tap back into my best self and be reminded of that peak state physically, so you can get to a level of peak performance within your business and within your career. And I'll touch upon another way that you can do this, a more rigorous process towards the end of the talk as well. All right.